Mario Davis, and
Bruh.
guys, it's time to write him off. You know what I'm saying? This guy is not doing it for the Raiders. Not doing it at all.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Troy here, Sports Cards Behavior. I'm back today with another product review. I've never had my face on the camera before while ripping, so this is going to be a little bit novel to me. If you've never seen me on Instagram, this is what I look like. I show my face there. It's been there. I'm going to start trying to show my presence more often that way on this platform. But I'd like to appreciate all you guys for heading over to the Instagram and following. We've grown a lot over there. But as you can see today, we're going to be opening that Mosaic Bundle Box. Now, I do not have a Costco membership, so we were able to get our hands on one of these because we know a guy, so we got one. I should keep it sealed. I am someone who does like to buy some sealed products sometimes, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not scalping. I'm not hoarding it. I just think certain products are better to hold, like maybe this one that's exclusive to Costco with the last year of Panini's license. But anyways, we're going to rip this. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you go do it because we're doing a giveaway here soon. In my last videos, I've told you guys about that. I'm going to be announcing it very, very soon because we hit that 1,000 on Instagram. I will be giving away, I think, 2 PSA slabs to the winner. It's not confirmed, but in order to know, you're going to have to follow on Instagram, and then you're going to have to be a subscriber here. With that said, we're going to jump into this. I'm not going to open this box from the seal on camera because that's going to take me days. So you're going to see it transition to everything open and laid out. See what we get in 3, 2, 1. All right, so as you can see, we have got the product open, and I am so glad I did not do that on video because it takes way longer than knifing the plastic on the other boxes and getting it all open. But here we are. We get 8 packs, 6 cards each, 48 cards, and then we get that one oversized stained glass. Now, the oversized stained glass is not crazy. We want a stained glass in one of these. We're also looking for Micro Mosaics. But I want you guys to tell me what your best pull from this product is. Because I honestly have not seen anything too crazy from these bundle boxes. Now, from Hobby, I've seen nothing, which is crazy because Hobby's supposed to be better than retail always. But I've seen some pretty good stuff out of the retail. And I know this is technically retail, but this is different. This is Costco's box, okay? So with that said, we're going to start with that stained glass and get it over with. Maybe this is a little preview of what we're going to get. This is not like a normal pack. Wow, I almost just ripped that. All right, so who we got? It looks like an eagle. Who do we got? And we got that Jalen Hurts. Yes, sir. Having definitely an off year, right? Jalen Hurts is not performing to the standard of what the Philadelphia fans are going to want from their quarterback. They're tough in Philadelphia. You know, they forget your wins pretty quickly over there. They really care about what you do now rather than what you did then. So there's our stained glass. Now let's get started with the product. Now remember, go subscribe on Instagram to get entered in the giveaway to win some slabs, okay? Let's get it. All right, we got Baker. Getting Baker on the first card, that's nice, okay. Trying to get that focus for y'all. Baker. Woody Marks on that silver. It's all right. Not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. And then we get Andrew Van Ginkel. This isn't bad either. Not the most ideal card, but we're getting there. Then we got Jack Beck on the rookie variation, as well as Greg Zuerlein. All right, so that pack, pretty bad. Let's be real. Best card's obviously that Woody Marks. I'm not even going to sleeve that up. Not worthy. Let's get on to the next pack. We're going to go one side to one side. Also, if you've never been here before, I always track the profits on these. Now, remember, rip responsibly. I always tell all my viewers that. I'm not here to try to make money on this rip. I'm having fun. If you're trying to make money in sports cards, got to go a different route than opening boxes and hoping to hit 3 stained glasses in a box thinking you're going to get rich. Because it's not going to happen. This is gambling. rip responsibly, but I'm going to be tracking the profits under my webcam this time, so right under me. I usually do it on that side without the webcam, but we're going to try something different today, see how it looks. Bear with me. You will see it all after I rip it, because I do not know these cards well enough to just be comping them as I rip. These packs out of my way. All right. We get a Lamar. You know I love my quarterback cards to start. Leonard Williams. Shamar Stewart. Oops. Then we got Matthew Golden on the Notoriety. Wish that was a little bit of color or some type of silver. Jalen Milroe, rookie variation. Definitely not a bad card because he hasn't started playing yet, okay? Now, if he plays well to start, it's going to be a good card. But if he plays well bad, it's going to tank. Then we got Jalen Waddle. That pack, again, not very good. Like I said, these bundle boxes have not been yielding some of the best results. I got to separate these like I usually do. Give me a sec here and bear with me. We got to move this stained glass out of the way. Bad vibes. All right. I put my rookies and my inserts in one pile, and then my regular in another. That's how I do it. All right. Let's keep going. Got nothing that I can sleeve yet. Not good. Not good. All right, here we go. Back to the left. I think I saw Ashton Genty on the back. I don't know. We'll see. Zaire Franklin. Mason Taylor on the rookie, the regular. This is better than the variation, guys, just so you know. Which is weird. You wouldn't think so. All right, who do we got here? Brock Purdy. Or I mean, Brock Purdy. Brock Bowers on the Notoriety. Sadly, that might be our best card right now. RJ Harvey. Mario Davis. And, bruh. Guys, it's time to write him off. You know what I'm saying? This guy is not doing it for the Raiders. Not doing it at all. Terrible year right now. All right, let's go back to the left, okay? The left has done a little bit better, so we're going to stick with that until the end now, and then we'll go to the right at the end. Derrick Henry. Insane beast game recently. My goodness. That was a fun game to watch, especially as someone who sold his PSA 10 3 hours after the game. Think about that. Performance can really affect things. Derrick Henry, Mooney. We got Ted McMillan. Oh, we got something here. Ted McMillan on the RC. Love that. Good card. Hey, John Elway on the purple scope. Pretty good looking card right here, right? I think it looks great. I like this better than the pink, but I don't like it more than the orange. The orange is sweet. Then we got Nico Collins and Randy Moss. So as you can see, box was $40. Got it on sale because of Christmas. Whoever bought it for, the person who bought it for me, not whoever. You know, right now we're not even close. I know that. The profit's under me, yes, but right now if we were to comp these out, we're not even close. Our best pull is this John Elway, which I will sleeve up, but it's really not worthy of a sleeve, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy hasn't touched a football in years. Not taking anything away from Elway, one of the best to ever do it, but just not what we're looking for when we're ripping this product. I'm going back to the right, the left, giving me some bad vibes, even though that was our best pull. We need something better. Let's get a stained glass right here. Let me know in the comments below, too. What's your best pull? Gabriel Davis. Terrence Ferguson. Kyle Hamilton. I'm not a fan of these inserts. I don't know about you guys, but they're just not the move. Not feeling them at all. Caleb Johnson on the rookie. Jawan Jennings and Derek Stingley Jr. All right. So we are more than halfway through the rip, and I can tell you right now, this is not good, right? This is why I say rip responsibly. We're going to try to shift things around here, see if that helps. I'm a baseball player growing up. You know, I'm superstitious, so if it's not working, you got to change it. All right, here we go. Oh, I see another purple, which is good. Let's hit a dart. Scataboo. Maybe a Tyler Shuck. Xavier Legette. Mason Taylor again on the regular. Danny White. So apparently we just get a bunch of retired players on these cards, not actual players who play right now, unfortunately. So scope over there, rookie over here, and yeah. Terrell Owens. Man, if you've been watching football for a while, you know this guy was crazy. He would have loved playing in today's games because he was always dancing and getting penalties for it. Adam Thielen, great career, and Cedric Tillman. If you know me, this is going to the PC. I PC every single Ohio State, Cleveland Indians in my opinion, but Cleveland Guardians and Cleveland Brown card. So, again, we are not doing too hot right now. I don't have anything on the stands, and I have one card sleeved. That says a lot. Oh, wait. I messed that up. Let me fix this pile really quick. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right. 2 packs. Right or left? Which one should we go? Let's go. Here. We'll go with the one with Dak on the front. Dak, great player until you get to the playoffs, am I right? That's why I love him on my fantasy team. He does well for when I need him, and then when he gets to the playoffs, he hurts all my Cowboy friends' feelings. Trent Dilfer. A lot of retired players. What is going on here? All right. LeGarrette Blount. Kevin Banks on the rook. Hey, there we go. We finally hit a rookie on the purple. This is what we were looking for this whole time. We want rookies on this card, or we want absolute studs. So Tyler Warren, let me sleeve that up. That is going to get a top load. That does deserve one. Now, if this is our best pull, which looks like it's going to be, you know you didn't rip too well, but still had fun. Rip responsibly. Tyron Tracy and Micah Parsons. Okay. We are down bad. This is our last pack. Last pack, ladies and gentlemen. For the Mosaic Bundle Box, which I had said at the start should have kept sealed, right? That Tyler Warren, yeah, that's not going to cut it for all that value. All right, we got our last purple, thank God. Sometimes you get shorted from Panini. That's how they do things. Matthew Stafford, is he going to win MVP? Maybe. Does he deserve it? Maybe. But I want May to win it because I got a lot of PSA 10s of May, and that's good for me. Matthew Stafford. Jalen Lane. Who do we got here? Jalen Noel.
Bruh.
All right. Our purples, this box, whew, atrocious. Atrocious. Kurt Warner. Guy was fun to watch. Sean McVay. We're getting coach cards now. Coach McVay to Devontae Smith. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say rip responsibly 100 times in my videos. Going from this, I just had a Topps Chrome update baseball box. If you haven't watched that yet, go watch it. It beat this by a mile. I was pulling Shohei refractors, Jacob Wilson variation refractors, a ridiculous amount of cards. I had over $70 worth of value comped right away. So over time, that could be better or worse. But today, I don't know the value right now, but it's not good. We definitely didn't get close to 40, but that's okay. This is a hobby. We're here for fun. And I've already warned you guys, if you want to make money doing sports cards, you got to do market research. You got to buy singles, and you got to do it the right way. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You are you're your own person, or you're a grown man watching this video, and you choose what you want to do with your money. But ripping packs is not the way to make money. It's fun. All right, so let's do a recap of the hits. Obviously, the 2 best hits are actually going to be one, the oversized card. Like, this is going to sell better than most of my cards here. In fact, this might sell more than all my cards, to be honest. Unless I get this Tyler Warren graded, which I probably won't. I'm not a fan of grading, all right cards. Tons of dimples on this thing, man. Wish we could just shrink it, make it a regular size one, because then it would just be sweet. Jalen Hurts, and then the Tyler Warren Purple Scope. Now, I don't know if you're a Colts fan, but if you are, I will be selling this card over on my eBay. Check out the eBay store. I have cards for all budgets. All people can find sports cards at my store. Doesn't matter what kind of money you make, what kind of money you have. I have cards for your range. And then let's see here. This is my rookies and insert stack. So let's go get some of these purples out the way so I can show you those. And we got 1 silver prism. That is 1. I mean, not silver prism, silver mosaic. So Woody Marks, not a bad card. It's just not crazy, Then the John Elway. Danny White, and Jalen Noel. So right when, like I said, when you're hitting these cards as you're ripping, you're trying to hit big on them. Tyler Warren was the only big hit. It's not a big hit. And then here's the rest of them. Got a good amount of rookies. Yes, rookie cards are nice because they do end up being the one that holds value longer. But that's if they pan out. But as you can see, guys, Mosaic is not one of my favorite products. It's not. I know a lot of people will tell you it's right behind Prism. It might be the best. No, not in my opinion. Not someone who has ripped a lot of Panini. To me, Prism is number one simply because base quarterback silver Prisms can make you a fortune if they pan out. None of the other ones can really do that. But my second favorite after that would be Select. Or actually, no, Optic and then Select. Those are my top three. It's not even close. And then I would maybe even throw some like other ones before Mosaic. I like Donruss, not as valuable, but I like it more. And Phoenix, it's hit or miss. I think it's about tied with Mosaic. But I feel like I got a very classic Mosaic rip today. This is what I feel like I get all the time. And I'm glad to show you guys that. I'm a regular person ripping one box. So keep that in mind when you guys are buying boxes and you're ripping packs. If you're just going to rip a few boxes or one box, these are the results you might get. Now, if you're a breaker, you work for Fanatics, you're a big marketer, yeah, you're going to be different. You're going to open Breakers Delight boxes, hobby boxes, 10 retail boxes in a video. I'd hope you get a hit at that point, right? If you open 10 boxes, you should get a stained glass. That's just how I see it. But anyways, if you're still around watching, I appreciate you a lot for being here. Remember to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to get entered in that giveaway. All these cards will be for sale at the eBay, except the really, really, really bad ones. I will probably just throw those in on orders for free. I give free cards for almost all orders. But yeah, guys, drop a comment down below. What was your favorite card in this pull, if you had one? It's probably going to be the Tyler Warren for most of you. And what is the best pull you've ever had out of Mosaic or this Mosaic box? And if you've never ripped Mosaic and you're just here having fun watching, tell me if you've ever seen a crazy pull out of this box watching another person. Feel free to drop a comment on your Mosaic story. Again, thanks for watching. As always, guys, love you. Peace.